Hello, my name is Brad Phillips. I'm here for North Star Goldens. I'm going to be doing Elvis's demonstration for you today. Elvis is a very sweet dog. He thrives off of affection as well as he does love to play. He loves to chase the ball around. He is a little bit of a cautious dog, and so give him time to settle in and really transition into your home and get used to you, as well as just the way that you do things around your home. Once he gets comfortable, he's really a sweetheart. He's a very good dog. So this demonstration is going to be somewhat brief. I'm just going to go through everything that we've taught him, everything that we expect from him, as well as just how to continue working on that and how to make sure that he does well at your house and that he's going to transition very smooth and that you won't have any issues. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to jump right into some of the manners that we've taught him. And so anytime he comes out of the crate or we're going through a house door, anything like that, I expect him to stay. Now this is an automatic behavior. I shouldn't have to tell him anything. However, if he was really persistent on pushing his way out, I might shut the door or lift my leg and block him. And if he just kept at it, then I might actually tell him to wait. Okay, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. And I'll show you the house door when we go outside, but I do expect that same thing, that he should patiently wait for me to release him. Now the next manner is his greeting, and so before I give him any attention, I expect him to be sitting. And I want all four paws on the ground. Good boy. Good boy. So what this does is, one, it gets his eye contact. When that hind end goes down, his eyes come up, and that means that he is focused on me and he's awaiting further instruction. The other thing is, it's a replacement behavior for jumping. That way he's not trying to jump up on me. It gives him a task to do, and he's going to be patiently waiting for your attention. Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Now, let me grab a bowl. He has already eaten this morning, so we'll see if he wants to eat anymore. But anytime we do feed him, I expect him to hold a sit stay. And so where he's already sitting, I'll just tell him to stay. No. And if he breaks, I'm going to just stay. Okay, good boy. Good boy. And we'll give him a second and see if he wants to eat. If not, we'll let him be. Boy. If he doesn't, I'm just going to take it away. Good boy. Good boy. Now, we do like to spend a lot of time just handling him when he eats. I want to make sure that there's no aggression. So next would be our come command. Very simple command, but the expectation is just that he comes to me. That was a command we spent a lot of time on. Really was one of our big focuses. And that's definitely your most important command, and it's one that you should work on constantly. And at the same time, you also don't want to use it unless you need to. And so what I mean by that is, if you're in the house and he's like 3 feet away, you don't need to call him to come. Instead, Elvis, come here. Something like that, he's going to get up and come to you. You don't need to actually use the command. Versus, you should work on that command a lot. And so I'll take him out into the yard, I'll put a long lead on him, and let him explore, and then every couple minutes I'll call him to come, get him to me. If he doesn't, then I can reel him in. Once he gets to me, I'll reward him, let him go again. As well as I'm going to keep it very positive. As soon as he gets to me, gets a reward, gets pet, gets loved on. As well, good boy, as I'm going to try and keep basically a 10-to-1 repetition. And so I'll do it 10 times for no reason other than just to give him a reward. For that one time I have to call him to come, and maybe it's time to leave the park or it's time to go inside and it's not so rewarding. And so the expectation though is that he just comes to me. Elvis, come! Good boy. Good boy. Sorry, it is hard in here. We don't have a ton of room. But once again, just the expectation there. Elvis, come! Okay, good boy. Now, the next 3 commands do have hand signals, or I should say there's 4 commands, but 3 hand signals. And so sit is just a scoop over his nose, down, let's take him down, and then stay is a stop sign. We also have, we have a sit stay and a down stay. If he's in a sit stay, I don't care if he lays down. However, if he's in a down stay, he's never allowed to come up. As well as the reward comes at the very end of those. Come here. So we'll get him up and I'll show you. Hey, sit. Good boy. Down. Good boy. Stay. Go. And if he breaks, I'll just have him do it again. Stay. Okay, good boy. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. And then for a sit stay, I can just ask him to sit, stay. Okay, good boy. Good boy. And so once again, that is just sit. Good boy. Down. Okay, good boy. And then if you want him to stay, ask him to stay. Now, you saw what I did there on that down. If he's thinking about maybe moving away or doesn't necessarily want to lay down, I can just take a hold of his leash and I'll just put just slight pressure going down and he's going to lay down. You're not really pushing him down, or I should say pulling him down, or putting a lot of pressure on his neck. It's more so just a little bit of weight there. And he'll lay right down. Good boy. Now, the next 2 commands are basically a place command. And so the first one is I'll just tell him, go to bed. Elvis, go to bed. And I don't care what position he's in, as long as all 4 paws are on the bed, and then he's expected to stay until released. Okay, good boy, good boy. And then very similar is the crate command, where I can just tell him, Elvis, crate. And he is expected to stay until released. Okay, good boy, good boy. Now the crate command, you're also going to want to keep it very positive, as well as just do it random times throughout the day. Because if you only use that command when you're going to hook him up, he's going to quickly associate that, and he is no longer going to want to go in because he knows you're going to lock the door. So now with the house training, we have taught him to ring a bell when he does need to go to the bathroom, and you can continue using that. He is old enough now that he can hold it and outlast you most of the time, and so as long as you're giving him breaks throughout the day, he's not going to have any accidents. But if you continue to want to use the bell, how to transition that is I would hang him on the door, and then we're going to just first get him to where he responds to just ringing him. He knows that there's a reward coming every time he rings the bell. And so the first couple days when you do this, he's going to ring the bell a lot, and you're going to have a lot of repetitions taking him outside. And that's how it's really going to sink in that it means the same thing in the new place as it does in the old. And so what I'll do is I'll first get him up, and I'm going to take a hold of his leash, and then I'm just going to stare at the bells. And I'll actually get him a little closer first. And I'm going to direct all of my attention down at the bells. Okay. And the first time, doesn't matter how loud it is, just going to reward that behavior. Okay, good boy. And so on the next one, I'm actually going to take him outside. Good boy. Okay, outside. Good boy. Okay. Okay. So if I was doing this at your house, I would get him to ring the bell again, take him out again, and then come back in and do that a couple times just so he's seeing where the bells are as well as where he's allowed to go to the bathroom. But like I said, that's something we do more for our puppy program, and he's old enough now that he's going to outlast you. He can hold his bladder for 6-8 hours if he needs to, and during the day, and then even longer at night when he's sleeping. So I don't think you'll have any issues with the house training. With that, we will go outside and I'll show you the leash work. And so we do take him on 2 types of walks. The first is a long lead walk or an off leash walk if I feel really comfortable that he's going to respond to me every single time on a come command. If he's not, so I'll just take that long lead and I'll basically do what you do in the yard. And I'll go for a hike, keep him on that long lead every minute or two, call him to come, give him a reward, let him go again. So you're really working on that come command. It's very positive, as well as he's just getting to get out and basically be a dog, run around, sniff, and play. The second type of walk is our attention walk, and that's where I want him at a basic heel, paying attention to me, or at least not pulling, keeping some slack in the leash. And so we'll go outside and show you that. The one thing, if you want that more of a strict heel, you can start to incorporate a chain. But at this point, we're just using a leash, and we'll go outside and show you that. Let's go. So when I do start this type of walk, I like to start him sitting. That way I know that I have his focus on me, and then I'll just tell him, let's go, and that signifies that we're moving. If he does start to pull, I'll tell him easy and give him 2 taps on the leash. Let's go. Also, when I make a corner, I'll tell him, let's go, just so he knows. Let's go. And then if I need to stop, I can just give him a little pressure back on the leash and expect him to sit. Let's go. Sit. If you do have any questions, feel free to call Susan, and hope you enjoy your dog. Thanks.